Hi everybody, I'm Amy, and I haven't made videos recently because the lighting has been very weird in my house. As you will see, it's going to start shifting because there's a really strange thunderstorm and sunshine outside my window. So I apologize in advance, but I feel like I've gone a long time without producing a video, so I was like, you guys can deal with it, hopefully. The weird lighting. My arm is like glowing. Okay, so first of all, hello and happy autumn, happy fall for those of you in the northern hemisphere. For you that are in the southern hemisphere, happy spring. Fall is my second favorite season, right after summer. I love summer. And then winter, and dead last is spring. So sorry, southern hemisphere. Just kidding. Okay, so I've received a lot of really good questions recently, and I've been thinking about how to answer all of them. And I want to explain something that I think is going to be helpful when you are devising your questions in general. You're all asking fantastic questions I used to ask, and they all have answers and all that kind of stuff. I want you to think, though, there's two types of information. There's general information that you can take that's being given to a general audience, and you can take it and figure out how to apply it to your specific situation that you're manifesting. Then there is a specific question you have about your personal situation. This is what most of you are asking in the comments and things like that. I do personal sessions for those because you and I and everybody else, we all have a very complex, unique set of beliefs. And it's not necessarily something that can just be answered like, here's the solution to getting everything you want based on one question. So if you are looking for specific information from for your situation that you're manifesting, and you're not interested in getting a personal session with me or somebody else, or you're struggling with the self-study part and trying to apply all this information to yourself, you have at your disposal and at the tip of your fingers the entire universe. So you are definitely still going to be able to get the information you want. It's just going to take a slight shift of focus in asking the question. So my recommendation is you ask the universe for what it is you need to know. Now, I'm going to explain exactly how to ask, because most people are just like, I have a problem, give me the answer. I want to know the answer. The universe is going to continue to give you a match to the problem, because that's how the law of attraction is working. So I simply acknowledge something is off in my system, and then I have a question about it. So I'm feeling resistance. I allow myself to have resistance, but then I'm like, okay, so I have a question. What is going on with me? What is going on with my situation? Why hasn't this happened yet? Why? It doesn't matter what the question is. What do I need to do next, right? So you have all these different questions at different times. What's detachment? What's expectation? Da 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 da. And if the general answers are not cutting it and you're not getting personalized help for your situation, the universe can give you the answer. This is how. So you take whatever's on your mind right now that you would like to know specific to your situation, and you tell the universe, this is where I'm at. And the universe already knows where you're at, but this is where I'm at, and this is what I would like to know. I would like to know what this is in my specific situation. Now, don't stop there. Don't just put it out there like, I've asked, the answer is going to come. You actually have to line up with the answer. And this is the same with all manifesting. So you're manifesting as you're asking the question, which you can repeat, rinse and repeat for everything in the world that you want to do. Wow, I just saw the coolest piece of lightning. I don't know if you guys can hear like the thunder in the background. I apologize. It's weird. Okay, well, I definitely heard that. I love thunderstorms. Okay, so you ask your question. Now you line up with the answer. Now, how you do this is so freaking simple if you know how to do it. So all you have to do is, and I usually close my eyes, but if you don't have an opportunity to do that, you don't need to, but I usually close my eyes for a second, and I imagine myself after I have the answer, but I don't know what the answer is in my imagination. So I simply imagine myself, oh, that makes so much sense. Yay, I'm so glad I know what it is now. Like, I imagine myself feeling relieved. I imagine myself feeling clarity. I imagine myself, oh, I get it now. even though in my mind I have no freaking idea what the piece of information is. I just imagine the after effects of the piece of information. So knowing this, you can repeat this over and over and over again, right? Now, the way the universe will respond to you is usually in a short amount of time. It could be anywhere from 1 minute to a couple of days because it's information. The universe can give you information so quickly. So what I do then is I ask the question, I then imagine having the answer and feeling the relief of that without knowing what the actual answer is. Then I let it go and I go live my life knowing the universe will give me the answer. Now, you may not have to know the universe is going to give you the answer. If you don't trust that yet, that's fine. Just go live your life and, just leave it alone for a couple of days. Leave that topic alone, do something else, focus on something else, which is perfectly fine to give your manifesting a break. Anyway, the universe will surprise you in how it answers you. You will be doing something else. You'll be looking up something else, and then the answer will be right in front of your face, like in an article or a video or on television or on a billboard, or you're over here, your coworkers talking about it. I've had that before where I'm like at a restaurant or like at a coffee shop or something, and I'll hear people talking about what I'm been asking, and I'm like, they're like talking to each other. They don't even notice me. The universe will be very creative in giving you the answer. You will know you have the answer because it will resonate. You'll be like, oh, light bulb, makes sense. So if you are struggling to get the information that you need, don't put blinders on and limit it to just asking people like me questions. Please ask all you want. I mean, I enjoy that, but I want you to know, like, if I'm not available or if someone else isn't responding to your question or you can't get an answer from a book in a general sense to apply it to your specific situation, sky is the limit with the universe. It has all the information and has access to it, and it can actually get it to you a lot faster. And it's going to be super specific to your particular vibration because it's going to make sense strictly to you. It may not make sense to anybody else. So with that said, a lot of times, people will leave comments for me on YouTube and I do my best to answer them. If I haven't answered you, it's not necessarily because I'm ignoring you or whatever. It might be because I am looking for the right way to answer the question that applies to you specifically, but doesn't confuse the general audience, because sometimes I will literally tell two different people who are manifesting the same thing, two totally different answers. Not because the answers are different, but because they're at different places. So two people manifesting the same thing, if one needs to do belief work, I would give them a much different answer than I would someone who is already got the belief work done and they need to work on acceptance. So even when you're reading comments on my channel and other people's channels, keep in mind, you always want to see, does this relate to my specific situation or is it more of a general answer? I try to do my best to accomplish both if I can, although it's not always possible. So please keep that in mind, and ask the universe, because the universe is going to be your number one source to give you the information specifically regarding what you're working on. So if you don't know what to ask the universe what you should ask. Basically what you say is, universe, what do I need to know next in my manifesting process? What do I need to know next to become more and more in alignment? What is my next step? And then again, imagine yourself having that information without knowing what the information is. I'm so glad I know what my next step is. Oh, it makes so much sense. I'm so glad that the universe gave me that information. I love knowing what my next step is. You only have to do it for like less than a minute. I mean, it's not that long of being able to just close your eyes and focus. Again, you can do it with your eyes open, like if you're driving or something. I do that sometimes because sometimes it crosses your mind to do this. Do it then. Don't always. Sometimes if you put it off, I need to do this, but I'm busy at the grocery store or I'm busy driving, I'll do it later. You might forget. So do it when you remember. Ask the universe what your next step is. So if you don't have a specific question today, just say to the universe right now, hey, on this process of manifesting I'm doing for what I want, what do you need me to know right now that's going to get me more in alignment, more satisfied, more happy, more fulfilled, and get me more in alignment with my ultimate dream manifestation? Then close your eyes. So you ask the question like a normal question. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself having the answer. Just the joy and relief of knowing what it is, the clarity without having any of the details. And then go about your day and you will be surprised at how the universe answers you the best part about this is when the universe answers you, it's a manifestation, and it builds your trust in the manifesting process in general. So if the universe gives you orchestration of your answer, like with overhearing people at like the coffee shop, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's the how. That builds your trust in the how for all manifestation, because you start to see how it plays out, how the universe gets super creative to give you the things you want: information, manifestation, synchronicities, etc. Now, one word of warning. If you manifest a question and an answer and you get some horrible feeling answer, like someone had put in the comments, like they ran across some information, they were looking for something that said why this was happening, and the answer was like, it's a lesson, and you feel horrible when you see that piece of information, that is not your answer. Your answer is going to feel good because you told the universe you felt good with your answer when you did the imagination thing, remember? So if you come across a horrible piece of information, it's not your answer, but it might be coming up to let you know something that you need to let go of as a possible fear or belief. And then just re-ask again, and the universe will give you an answer that feels good. So be aware of that. Don't panic if you get a negative answer. The negative answer is not necessarily the answer. It might just be letting you know you have a fear that you want to clear. So I hope this helps. Happy manifesting. And again, ask the universe, because it is finely tuned to your vibration. It can give you any information that you would like. You can do it daily. You can do it on multiple topics. The key is ask. Imagine yourself having the answer without knowing the details. Go live your life and be amazed and mesmerized by how the universe delivers the information. Have a wonderful day. It's getting darker because the sky is getting darker, so I'm gonna go before I lose all my light. And happy manifesting.